What's up, y'all? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, this literally does not work. Um, yeah, kind of dusting myself off here, getting the dust off. So we have some breaking news. Okay, you learned earlier today that Leon Lett was actually carted off. That's probably a scammer. From practice with a lower leg injury. And here it is this evening. DeMarcus Lawrence has been sent to get imagery done on a foot that he injured in practice. Holy fuck, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is insane, man. This stinks. Randy Gregory, of course, is got COVID, and even though Jerry Jones thinks that he'll be back, the chances are that he's not, because basically COVID positive tests have been about a 10-day turnaround. And now DeMarcus Lawrence, I know a lot of people said, well, get him out of here, he ain't getting sacks anyway, who've rated out as one of the top defensive ends in run stopping this past week, is definitely needed. Our Achilles heel last year was not being able to get enough pressure on the quarterback, and now here it is. Randy Gregory gets hurt. Fortunately, it's only Wednesday, but we don't know the severity of how bad it is. If he can't go and Randy Gregory can't go, maybe you end up, you've got a chameleon defense, right? It may be. Sometimes you have to do things because you're forced to do things. This thought just came through my head. It may be crazy, but the Cowboys are going to need to get pressure. I've kind of looked at Micah Parsons and said he could be like a Lawrence Taylor. If you looked at what we did this past week with the defense, DeMarcus Lawrence played outside linebacker. He played defensive end. You saw him going from a three-point stance to standing up in coverage. Could it be that you end up having Micah Parsons taking a shot and running a defense that's outside linebacker? It's conceivable, because you're going to need to put pressure on him from the outside. And at least this is the good thing about what we've got with this defense, because you think about Van Der Esch, you think about DeMarcus Lawrence, who only had 15 to 16 sacks. You could end up having them play the middle of the field. You end up having Micah Parsons in outside linebacker. They're going to have to come up with some ways that they can go ahead and get pressure on Justin Hubert. It's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Or else this is just going to have to be a track meet game, and that's what it may end up being. But we keep getting these hits. It seems like every day it's another one. You don't want to start off 0-2. You definitely don't want to start off 0-2. It wouldn't be the death nail, but it's not the way you want to start. The Cowboys, the last time they started out 0-2, I want to say, was 2010. And it's, here we got these fools. Here we go. What are we talking about? What we got on here with these fools?
In that game, they put up 424 yards to Washington's 259. That meant that they ran 78 plays to Washington's 49 plays. You don't see that very often in the NFL.
Well,
the possession was 36 to 24. But they just held on to the ball because they kept converting third down. Okay. So all of a sudden, we, as in my Dallas Cowboys, open as a 2.5-point underdog at Chargers.
Underdog.
Not all that bad if you're given 3 for home field, but it quickly got bet up to 3, where it now stands because of what Justin Herbert and the Chargers did at Washington.
Well, what about Dak? Didn't Dak do something good on the road?
He did something great on the road.
And
nobody saw that coming, because I did.
I did.
Played not a snap of preseason
I did.
football. And I'm going to go all the way to it was the greatest game Dak has ever played under the circumstances with no prep, no coming off the double ankle surgery and the arm injury in training camp.
You do realize that all those big games that he's played, he's caught L's.
Okay, let's look at that, shall we?
Sure.
Dak Prescott on the road has lost his last 6 games, including that one Thursday
The
night.
Cowboys have.
That's not great. He makes $75 million this year, making him far and away
There it
just
goes.
this year by far the highest paid quarterback. Because second on that list is Tom Brady, 27.5. So
Okay.
75. That's with the bonus. Everything, every penny he's going to make this year totals $75 million. Well, obviously, as you said before the season, you have to start living up to that. When there was no pressure or very little and zero expectations.
And he hasn't lived up to that, right? He hasn't lived up to that. Second in getting the ball out. Second in the NFL. Going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. Your running game was non-existent. Threw for 403 yards, 3 TDs. I don't know how much more you expect him to be able to do. If it hadn't been for CeeDee Lamb dropping that interception, that drive goes on. Had it not been, I just can't. Okay? I love how we have extenuating circumstances all over the field. We got a kicker that can't kick and pick. But we talk about Dak got $75 million. I am so sick of Skip Bayless and everything else equating his bonus money up in there with his salary for this year and basically saying he's not worth it. Well, I tell you what, would you rather have Andy Dalton back here? Would you rather have him? Huh? Would you? How about Aaron frickin' Rodgers, the way he played and literally, blamed these nuts for an interception? Man, get the fuck out of here. Cowboys, I'm still picking them for Sunday. They literally get under my skin and just piss me the hell off. I just can't take it. I can't take it. I don't know why I keep it on. Oh, I know why I keep it on. Okay, because it's streaming. Because I got DirecTV out here and I don't want to buy a cable box on here. Save some money. I have it set up for streaming and I don't have that many damn channels set up in here because I'm old and don't know how to fix that shit. But this stuff here, man, it's some bullshit.
Okay, so Dak says, I want the ball to put it in my hands. I'm going to take it out of my best friend's hands, and I'm going to throw the hell out of it. And he almost got them home. But can you get them home in another big road game? Because they're going to loom larger and larger. And this one is obviously way more winnable than the one last
Skip Bayless is a piece of work. He really is a piece of work. I'm going to catch you guys later. Hopefully we'll get some good news on D-Law. Peace.